It was a dusty little antique shop, the kind you walk past 100 times without ever really seeing. But that day, something drew me in. Tucked away in a dark corner, I found it, a mirror. It was old, with a heavy, ornate frame carved with swirling, almost serpentine patterns. I had to have it. I haggled a bit with the old shopkeeper, a man with eyes that seemed to hold 100 years of stories, and soon the mirror was mine. Back home, I hung it in my study. It looked magnificent, reflecting the room with a strange, almost liquid depth. The first time I noticed something was wrong was when I was brushing my teeth. My reflection in the bathroom mirror was normal, but as I glanced into the study, I saw my other self in the antique mirror. He was doing the same thing, but with a tiny, almost imperceptible delay. I blinked, shook my head, and blamed it on the odd lighting. But it kept happening. The delay grew longer, more noticeable. I'd raise my hand, and my reflection would wait a full second before copying me. It started small, a delayed smile, a slow turn of the head. But then the reflection's actions started to change. While I sipped my morning coffee, he'd lift his cup and take a long, deliberate gulp, his eyes fixed on me with an unsettling intensity. One evening, I was reading on the couch. I looked up, and my reflection was standing right behind my real-life couch in Mirror's world. But I hadn't moved. He just stood there watching me read, a faint, twisted smile playing on his lips. My heart hammered against my ribs. I slammed the book shut and jumped up. He mirrored the action, but his smile widened into a predatory grin. The terror began to seep out of the mirror and into my life. I'd find objects in my apartment moved. A book I left on the table would be on the floor. The front door I knew I'd locked would be slightly ajar. I started having nightmares, vivid dreams where my doppelganger would step out of the mirror and chase me through my own home, his laughter echoing in the darkness. I tried to get rid of it. I covered the mirror with a heavy blanket, but in the middle of the night, I was woken by a loud crash. I rushed into the study to find the blanket torn to shreds on the floor, the mirror gleaming in the moonlight. The reflection was gone, but I could feel him. I could feel his presence in the room with me. The next morning, I called my friend, my voice shaking. I told him everything. He thought I was losing my mind, that I was overworked and stressed. He agreed to come over that evening. As I was waiting, I looked at my hands. They were trembling. I glanced at the mirror. He was there, standing perfectly still, his eyes burning into me, slowly, deliberately. He raised his hand and waved, not at me, but at the front door. Just as the doorbell rang, it was my friend, and my reflection, my other self, was smiling, a wide, terrifying smile, as if he was the one who had just invited a guest over for dinner. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy good scare, be sure to subscribe.